That's good. And Micah, how are you going? Micah, you there? No, I can't hear you, Micah. Can't hear you at all, sorry. Are you having trouble with your microphone? No? You can't get your sound or your picture, Micah. Okay. I hope you're okay, Micah. I know you've had an extension, so I hope you're better now. No, can't get to you. Type message here. I'll type a message to you. Ali, hi Ali. You've just come onto Zoom session. Ali, can you hear us? Or can you see us? We can see you. No? Okay. Micah, I can see you there now. Can you hear us and see us? Micah or Ali? No? Ali, can you hear us now at all? It's coming up that you're muted, that your microphone is muted.
Is that working now?
That's working now, Ali. Yes, can you hear us?
Sorry, I can. Sorry, this is my first Zoom. I've usually gone on the other one, but I've made it.
Oh, good. Yes, I haven't done many Zooms lately. I used to do just Blackboard Collaborate.
Yes, that's the only one I've been on as well.
Yeah, so this is my third Zoom session.
Fantastic. Well, welcome to both of us.
Yeah, welcome. And Micah, can you hear us? And from Micah, you can hear us and see us. Okay, great.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Great. Karen.
Ian's just logging on. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Ian. Laura, hi.
Hi.
How are you going?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. It's good to have you on board on this Zoom session. And Karen, you're here as well.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can't see you. Well, you can't see me at the moment, so I'll just see if I can whack my computer a few times and see if that works.
Yeah, I can't see you at all, Karen. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Oh, no. Is that you, Karen, now? No, that's Melissa, is it? Or Ali? That's Ali.
Oh, is that me? Sorry, I was just moving. It was quite a spot.
Oh, right. Okay. You've just come onto your first Zoom session.
Yes, I have.
Great. Okay, great. Now, Melissa, hey, how are you going? You've muted.
Sorry. Yep, I'm here. Sorry, I had to go get my books.
Okay, lovely. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. We can start now. Would you like to all tell me how you're going with the unit? Who wants to start?
Yeah, good.
Is that you, Ali? No, you're
Wasn't me.
you're Melissa, aren't you?
No, I said no, I'm going well with it.
Okay, great.
Just looking at the next assignment now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, you're all interested in the next assignment. What can I...
Yes.
Let's have a discussion about that then, the next assignment 2, because it's quite complicated, this assignment.
Interesting, the 2 parts, yes.
Yeah, there are 2 parts to it. Ali, what would you like to ask about it?
Basically, I was sort of just wanting to run through. I've just started looking at it. Obviously, it just feels like we just did the other assignment and now we're doing...
I know.
So that was, I was just hoping to just sort of get a general gist about what the expectation is in terms of the online only component as opposed to because it's the... Sorry, I'm just getting it up in front of me. It's the presentation and the thing, isn't it?
You don't do a presentation. You're not an on-campus student.
Okay, fabulous. Yep.
You just do the media report and the PowerPoint presentation.
The PowerPoint presentation, that's right, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So the media report is 1,500 words, and the PowerPoint presentation is a summary of the media report.
Yep, excellent.
Is that what you've got up?
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. Sorry, I just got a bit confused
now. Okay.
remembering. Yes. So I guess my first sort of question is, what would the expectation of the PowerPoint, how intricate does the PowerPoint presentation have to be?
It doesn't have to be intricate. It just has to be a summary of your media report
Okay.
in 8 to 10 slides.
Right. Yep.
It's not hard.
Not too hard. Yep, just a summary.
Just a summary of your media report. The main work is your media report.
Yeah, okay. That's the most important component.
That's the most important. That's worth 30% of your 50% mark.
Yeah.
And your PowerPoint presentation is 20%. So your media report.
Okay, excellent.
So your media report is the main component of this assignment. Do you have any questions about? Sorry, who was that?
No, sorry, that was just me. Is there a certain place where we find these reports, or is it on our portal or something? Because it says select 3 reports from the media on these certain areas, or do we have to research them ourselves?
Who's speaking? Is that
Sorry,
Melissa?
Melissa.
Yes. Hi. Melissa, you have to research them yourself.
Yeah.
The media reports can come from any source of mass communication, like television, radio, Facebook, newspapers, Twitter, computer.
Yep.
Any sort of...
Based on those 3 topics.
Based on those 3 topics, yeah.
Yep. Okay, cool.
So what are your usual methods of getting news, Melissa?
Oh, probably I would say Facebook and radio, I would say.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But I can research further, that's not a problem.
Yeah. That's good.
Cool. All right.
Anyone else have any questions about where to find the media reports from?
Yeah, so Tess, can the media report be, if it's on the TV, can it be like a talk show, like somebody talking to someone about their life, that kind of thing?
It can be, Georgie, yeah.
What about TED?
What's TED?
TED's it's an online website. It's just presentations from people, interesting people, and they talk on all sorts of different topics.
That sounds great, Georgie.
Yeah.
Yeah, use that by all means. I hadn't heard of it, but I know that there's a lot of online sources.
Okay, great.
For finding out news and information.
And does it? Cause I'm finding quite a few media reports that are you can link to the topic, but they're not specifically about the topic. For example, there might be there's a few reports I found on midlife change, but it's like a midlife career change. Or I found some stuff on the social world of young people, but it's more in regard to marketing and how the social media has impacted on the marketing towards young people. So in regard to the media report, I am struggling to find things that are directly like exactly what those titles are, if that makes any sense. So how close to the topic does it have to be? Am I making sense?
You are making sense. Does anyone have a response to Georgie?
Well, a midlife change could be anything, though. Like you said, there was a career change. Is that right, Georgie?
Yeah, there's a couple that I found specifically for careers, not in regard to development or anything like that, but more in regard to changing careers in the middle.
Well, midlife change is quite a broad topic, I would say. So, I don't know. I would agree that probably might be something to do, but I don't know. What do you think, Tess?
I think that midlife change is a good topic to choose, and that it's fine to choose from different media outlets. Any media outlets, including marketing to young people or marketing to midlife people, is fine. Marketing is fine. Georgie, does that answer your question?
Yes, yeah.
That Melissa said and that I've said? It's really okay. It's really okay, Georgie, to choose a media outlet that is marketing to people.
Yep.
Any way of communication and news is relevant to this topic.
And Tess, can you just give me a bit of a rundown on what a media report is? I've never done a media report before. I looked at the learning support page, and the closest that I could come up with was a literature review or just a basic report. So I wasn't quite sure what format you would like the media report in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the format would be a literature review, Georgie.
Okay, yep.
Because you're looking at different sources of information. Anyone else have any points to give to Georgie on the format of a media report?
Just trying to look.
Are any of the rest of you concerned about how to write a media report?
I'm just about the structure and how to set it out, because I know another assignment, my structure wasn't quite correct, so I just want to make sure I get it, whether like it needs headings or if it's certain things I need to include, because I just turned over on the next page, but it doesn't really give us a structure, just what we have to include.
Right. The structure is, as Georgie said, a literature review.
Okay. So just look up that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Right. On the learning support webpage. Learning support page.
Yeah.
They have like just a rundown of the different types of academic writing.
Yep.
So you just look under the academic writing section, and it'll have like a report, it'll have a reflective essay, and it's got one of those is a literature review.
Okay.
Goes through the format. It also actually goes through presentation format as well. So it basically says how to lay out your slides and what you know, how big the font is and all those sorts of things as well. So I find that resource really
Cool.
really helpful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good, Georgie and Melissa. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Yes,
how do we-
Laura. Sorry, I can't hear you, Laura.
Sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Do we reference the media articles or whatever it is? Like add that in our reference?
Yes, you do reference the media articles.
Okay.
Is that your only question, Laura?
Yeah, pretty much.
How are you going with it, Laura?
I haven't started because I'm actually doing my other essay for the other class.
Okay.
But I think I'll be okay with this one.
Oh, that's good.
So Tess, in regard to you're saying that analyze and evaluate these reports in relation to accuracy.
Right.
So are you meaning something along those lines, as in, just say, for example, with the midlife career change, part of that media report might say, well, it's difficult for people in middle life to make career changes because they struggle to learn new skills, for example.
Right.
And then would we take something like that and then look at the developmental theory and pick out where it either backs that up or where it contradicts that statement? Is that the type of thing that you're looking for?
Sorry, can you say that again, Georgie?
Yeah, so just say that the media report that I'm analysing says something along the lines of when you're doing a midlife change and if you're changing careers, just say the report is saying it's difficult for people to change careers in midlife because they're older and they struggle to learn new skills.
In terms of accuracy, which is what you said you're addressing at the moment, in terms of accuracy, media reports aren't always accurate. The media the media is in the business of selling stories. It isn't in the business of necessarily providing accurate information.
Yeah.
So
in relation to that, then.
In relation to that, then what?
So in relation to that, then I would have a look at that, and then I would look at the literature and find out whether the literature complements that opinion or contradicts that opinion.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right.
I've got a question, if that's okay, Tess.
Yeah, that's fine. Who is it talking now?
Oh, it's Karen.
Hi, Karen. I can't see you, Karen.
No, I'm waving.
Okay, Karen. That's fine.
Look, as I mentioned to you in our conversations through email, I'm a little bit confused as to how we're tying in developmental theory with cultural diversity, with media, and especially doing it in 1,500 words.
Right. Okay. Okay, Karen, does anyone have any ideas?
No, that was going to be my follow-up question too, because I feel exactly the same way. It's a couple of big topics to tie into 1,500 words, that's for sure.
So is it just the word count or is it the topic?
Well, for me, it's the variety of the topic, because if we look at development and culture, then there are certain impacts with culture on development, but that doesn't appear to tie in with the theories that we've really looked at. It seems a bit of a stretch, that's all. And then to then conflate that back to a media report and what we're currently, I don't know. I just find it to be a little bit confusing.
Okay, Karen. Melissa, you said that you had some ideas on this.
No, it wasn't me.
Was it? Who was it?
That was me, Laura.
Laura.
Yeah. Maybe you could like intertwine cultural diversity because through your developmental stages, you are actually influenced by different cultures where it may be your background or, you know, so it's kind of like when you look up the media report, you can kind of pick out how is the media report written in the way that it's like connected to cultural diversity. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, no, that's really good. It's the confusion arises also in that, with attachment theory, I think Mary Main did the strange situations experiments apparently in about 4 or 5 different countries and actually found they mimicked the same developmental pattern that Mary Ainsworth originally found. So I suppose when we're talking about cultural, we're sort of almost talking environmental, and therefore we're looking maybe more at Erickson's or someone else's theory of where culture impacts on the learning or the. So, I mean, like I said, it's sort of quite diverse. It's not very specific.
Excellent point, Karen. Sorry, Laura?
Maybe you could choose something that's just really focused on one cultural, like, demographic, whatever it may be, because you can find numerous articles online where it's like targeting, like, for example, if we were talking about Muslims or, you know, there's like different cultures that are always being explored within the media. So that's how you kind of make it very specific. So your answers or your media report isn't that generalized. You're actually looking into specifics of that article or video or whatever it is.
It'd probably be easier to do that if I had more than 1,500 words.
Yeah, I can see that the word count is very daunting, isn't it, Karen?
Well, it's just because it's actually quite, you're crossing over so many bridges to get the answer, to tie the 3 in, and to have to do that really succinctly. So, but I mean, yeah, I've actually got a friend who I'm probably looking towards articles on young people, and potentially looking at, I think a friend had an article on Facebook about Aboriginal youth and custodial sentences. So I'm probably going to grab that particular article. So, and I did actually, Laura, I did look for that cultural diversity straight up because I felt that might be easier to actually link it in. So, and they'll have developmental cultural differences as well, which are probably quite obvious, whereas other things are a lot more subtle.
What you can do, because the word count is a bit small for this, like for the introduction or the conclusion, you could do 250 words each, which leaves 1,000 words. 1,000 divided by 3, and then split your topics within that amount of words.
Yeah, I was going to try and break it down like that.
I think it's easier. But yeah.
Anyone else have any comments for Karen?
That brings up a good point for me, actually. So Tess, with the literature review, is the idea that you analyse each of the 3 reports separately?
Yes.
Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Micah, we haven't heard from you yet. Do you have any questions?
No, look, I'm still working on the first assignment, which is due this Sunday, so I haven't got that far.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Micah.
Yeah.
So you haven't even looked at it?
I think I looked at it a couple of days ago.
Right.
Yeah, I also thought, that word count's a bit minimal. If you have to explore all three articles and analyse all three, then it's really tight. I sort of wondered how that would work as well. Yeah. 500
words each.
Yeah, which is a couple of paragraphs, really, isn't it? I mean,
Not much.
Maybe no. That's right.
No. Yeah.
At least we're all in the same boat, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think what helps too is if it's very clear, or if we're able to identify exactly what is the most important area to address, and then be succinct with just those specific targeted points, and then apply it to all three. But otherwise, I can see how you can get lost in it to the point that, my last assignment it was a 2,000 word assignment, and I actually had 15,000 words of notes. So it was actually really hard to scale it down. And I was looking at this one thinking, oh my God, how am I going to do this? So yeah. It's not much when you're looking at 3 articles. If it was 1 article, I think that'd be a different story. But 3, it's pushing it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I think particularly too, if we're trying to demonstrate and reflect that we have engaged in the prior learning for, 8 weeks prior, and we're trying to demonstrate that we have understood and had a grasp of that learning, then it's very difficult to portray that in an assignment with 3 subject areas.
True, Micah, yeah. Oh, we've got a new person here. Who are you? Ian, you're Ian.
I'm Ian, yes.
You're here.
Yes, I've been here all along.
Okay.
Hiding in my glasses, my very reflective glasses.
How are you going with the unit?
I'm going quite well with the unit. I haven't started this assignment. I read up on it and was waiting basically to hear what I could complete this session before I really rolled up my sleeve.
Okay.
Like the others, I find the 1,500 words daunting.
Right.
I think we call it around here essay haiku, where you try to take your 3,000 word essay and cut it in half without losing anything to say.
Right, okay.
I'm wondering about the media reports.
Yeah.
An obvious thing to do would be to look in the newspaper and grab, say, 3 reports there and analyze them.
Yeah.
Our look, which would mean for us the Hobart Mercury or the Launceston Examiner. Now, these things aren't necessarily online, and they wouldn't be accessible to anyone except for us.
Right.
Would that create an issue with referencing, or
no, not at all.
Working on it, or
no? That'd be fine. To use the Hobart Mercury.
Yep.
That'd be fine.
It's just an issue with the lack of substance in those articles, Ian.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I suspect most of these things would be more an examination of the errors, problems in the media, rather than what we can actually learn from them.
Right. So there'd be accuracy issues, would there, Ian?
As you pointed out, most newspapers are not really in the business of providing accuracy. They're in the business of selling audiences to advertisers.
Selling stories, yeah.
Well, selling audiences, even more so. It's
selling audiences, okay.
Yes, they get their money from the advertisers, so basically what they do is sell audiences to advertisers.
That's right. You're right. Yeah. So maybe you'll need to look at other sources other than the Hobart Mercury.
Well, it depends on whether this is mainly about a reflection of the media's perception of one of these 3 issues, or whether we're using the media to try to get an accurate perception of these three issues.
Right.
So generally, the media tends to have strong cultural biases. They tend to be weak on accuracy, and they'll tend to have one story that they prefer to tell over things like, the problems with teenagers, if you watch current affairs shows, or memory and aging and problems there. There'll tend to be one or two predominant, what would you call them, stories or narratives that
Right.
get repeated a lot through the different media. They're not necessarily accurate.
That's
And
right.
when I look at this assignment, I look at this as a way of getting, say, three things that show this narrative in order to talk about the narrative and problems with it.
Right.
I can't think of a specific narrative offhand. I know the current affairs type shows, the 7:30 shows, have a strong narrative about teenagers, that all teenagers are a threat.
That's
Seems
right.
to be the predominant narrative. And watch the next show, or else you'll be in, to find out what you can fear next.
That's right. That's right.
So it's actually the lack of accuracy that I would find more interesting than the accuracy in these media reports.
Exactly, and the lack of accuracy is really a problem with the media. And also the different cultures, as you mentioned.
Yes.
I mean, that has a real impact on how the media tells its stories. Anyone want to add to Ian, what Ian said?
I think it might be a bit excruciating, considering I don't ever read papers. I don't watch the news. We don't even have a TV hooked up at home for that purpose, and I have to go out of my way to actually read something. Like I'm so anti-media that I stay right away from it. So,
gosh, that'll be hard doing that essay.
Oh, might provide a bit of entertainment, maybe. I don't know. I've just had experiences myself where, for example, I was in Europe once when the Gulf War was on. I was backpacking through Europe, and in fact, I had no idea the Gulf War was even happening, even though there were fighter jets flying across the Rhine and things like that. And when I got back to the village, my family was in absolute shock. Because they had rung Germany and said they were feared for my life, because in Australia they were seeing news reports of all of, the gas masks having been sold out in Australia, that, that nobody was safe, and there was all this media about the danger Australia was in, and the family was completely having a meltdown over it. And I just laughed and I said, "Are you kidding? Everything's fine. Like, it's issue, and so at that point I decided, I'm never reading a paper again, and I actually really haven't.
So where do you get your news from, Michael?
Well, I'm just relying on family members to let me know if someone's marching up my driveway with weapons or something, and I'll find out eventually. Why know something big happens? But I purposely choose to not get caught up in the fear that's, that's drummed up by media. So I think there's enough going on in people's lives without having to be drawn into that as well. So I make it a conscious effort to stay right away from it. Yeah, so anyway, it'll be interesting.
Will be interesting indeed.
Yeah.
Karen, does that answer some of your questions?
Yes, no, it's really helpful to talk to people and see different people's perspective on where they're coming from, and every discussion adds to my knowledge now of where I'm going to go. So,
good.
So thank you, everyone.
Anyone else have any questions to ask? No, I haven't introduced myself to you, have I? Who's on the screen now? Who is this? You're on the screen. Is that Mia?
Yeah, I've got my hand up. Can you not see me?
I can't see you. I can see you, yes.
Oh, okay.
I can see you, Mia.
Okay.
How are you going?
Yeah, good. I need to speak to you. Are you contactable by phone, Tess?
No, only by email or post to the discussion forum.
Okay, all right. I'll send you an email. I need to talk to you about a few, or I need to let you know of something that I've been asked to let you know about. And I want to know when the due date is for the media report and the PowerPoint slide summary.
6th of August, Mia?
Right, okay. So, and is the report and the PowerPoint summary due on the same day?
That's right. Yes.
Right. Okay. Then, so they're both due on the same day?
On the 6th of August.
Okay, 6th of August due date. And what do you expect from us in the 100-word little reports
That's in the Q&A forum, isn't it? That has to be done with the media report and the PowerPoint presentation. You need to submit part of your PowerPoint presentation in PDF format for the online Q&A discussion forum. And in that, you'll be just presenting 100 words each of a critical evaluation of two other students' media reports.
100 words.
100 words each, yeah. Of two other students' media reports.
What? How? Just. I'm trying to find out in the outline. Is it just questions, or is it just what we thought of it, or is it what we learned from it?
It's a critical appraisal of other students' media reports.
Okay.
Other students' PowerPoint presentations.
That's it, yeah. So it's a critical evaluation, 100 words of the PowerPoint presentation.
Two other PowerPoint presentations, not the topic that you presented on.
Right. So how do we find that out when, let's say, I've chosen a midlife crisis?
Right.
When you go into all of them and see what they're about.
Well, you don't go into the PowerPoint PDF presentation until after you've submitted the PowerPoint presentation.
So let's say we submit our own and then we get access to somebody else's?
That's right, but only after the 6th of August can you access other students' presentations.
Oh, okay. So so when do we have up to do that?
So up until the end of week 11.
End of week 11.
Of week 11, which is the 20th of August.
So up until the 20th of August, we need to go in and critically evaluate somebody else's work. Okay.
Two other people.
Tess, just a question.
Yep.
So where does that fit into in the marking criteria? Is that related to the media report or the PowerPoint? Oh, that's the PowerPoint and summary.
PowerPoint and summary, yeah.
So that's the division of that 20%.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
that's okay.
So is that the PowerPoint?
Thank God for you, Mia. I think I'd completely missed that component of this assignment.
Who was that just said that?
It was Karen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Karen, thank you, Karen.
Okay, so where did you say that was, Karen? In the PowerPoint marking criteria in the, what point is it?
That's on page 13, and it's PowerPoint and slide summary. So that must be, I'm assuming the summary is our summary of two people's work.
That's
I
right.
don't know.
That's right, Karen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Yeah. That's where that is. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. Yep. And we have to do that by end of week 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens for extensions with that?
Extensions for the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that actually. Do you think you might need an extension, Mia?
Yeah, because I'm going overseas and I'm going to have to do this overseas.
Okay.
And it's going to be a bit of a juggling act, but I'm determined to get through this unit. I will get through this unit.
Right. Well, you can probably have a week's extension and still be able to look at the online forum discussion.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say by end of week 12.
Yeah.
Goes in. All right. End of week 12. All right. Okay.
But you'll need to put in a request for an extension.
Yeah. Yep. I'll do that.
Okay.
All right. I'll speak. I'll send you an email with all.
Okay. Great, Mia. Yeah. Do send me an email.
Yeah.
I'll respond to you.
Yeah. I will do that. Okay.
Great.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Mia.
Okay. That was a lot covered then, wasn't it?
Melissa, you're on.
No, I must just breathed in my microphone. Sorry.
Anyone else have any questions about the second assignment?
I just wanted to know whether we can use headings in the literature review.
You can.
I was looking at. Okay.
You can, Georgie. Headings is fine.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Yeah, Georgie, where did you say that literature review information was?
Yep. So you go into. Let me go back. You go. You know how you're in the student portal.
Yes.
And so I'm in the page that says welcome to counselling over the lifespan, which is the first. Yep. When you click on the going into your classes, you go into your class.
Yes.
Then you on the top menu there's home, student portal, library, handbooks and guides, assessment resources.
Okay, yes.
So, yep, you click on assessment resources, you go down to learning support, which is down the bottom.
Yep.
Yep, click on that. And then it'll give you 3 different universities to enter. So obviously we enter ACAP.
Yep.
And then you scroll down, it's nice, lovely, pretty pictures and stuff. You scroll down a little bit and on the left-hand side, it's got writing for your undergraduate course. Actually, it's got writing for your undergraduate course, but it's the same for your postgrad as well. So, but under that one, it's got academic writing, academic essay, case study, analysis of a counselling session, summary, lab report, and then literature review.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
I'll go and have a look at that. Okay.
Great, Mia.
Thank you.
Ali, you haven't said much. Do you have any questions?
No, that's definitely, I think between everyone's discussions, that's definitely made it a bit clearer in my mind. Sorry, I've been actively taking notes while everyone's been speaking. So.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, that's definitely made it, I think making it more specific will make it a bit easier for me. So that's, good.
Great.
Yeah.
So no questions?
No, I'm feeling good about that now. Thank you.
Oh, good. Ian, have you got a question?
No, Micah was making Google eyes at me from across the room. Although the lighting is very different, we're actually sitting in different parts of the same room facing each other.
Oh, gosh. How do you find it studying together?
It's absolutely wonderful. It's always good to have a study buddy with any of these things.
Yeah.
Even if it means, in our case, that it's at 12 o'clock or 1 in the morning when we're arguing over this point or that point.
Okay. I just marked your essay today, Ian.
Oh, yes.
I'll be posting the result tomorrow.
Okay. You're leaving me on tenterhooks now.
No, it was very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, any more questions, anyone? Melissa?
No, I'm feeling all right, actually.
Are you good? If any of you do, I mean, it's another 2.5 weeks before it's due. If any of you have any questions, we can always run another Zoom, or you can always send me a message via the discussion forum, or an email. I'm always happy to respond.
I was just going to say, I often wonder with ACAP, with this type of style of study, whether there's a resource anywhere where you can actually look at a physical example of a particular assignment that's been, handed in the past and graded at a fairly good standard that you can use as a guide as to what's, expected, or what, there must be some way of across the board between all the different classes standardizing the expectation and standardizing what is in these assignments. So I'm just wondering, there's not that resource, is there, where we can do that?
I don't know, Micah. I think you'd need to contact student services for that.
Yeah, I've just often thought how helpful that would be with most of the assignments we've done. We're coming up to the end of our first year, so we've done quite a few modules now.
Right.
And often the questions that we're asking tonight come up in almost every single module that I've done with every single assignment that we've had to do. So I sort of wonder.
Yeah, whether they're standardized.
A resource like that would be great, where people can look at it and go, okay, I mean, what the content of it can be completely made up and not even relate to it, but even things like the formatting or if you're a visual learner like I am and a hands-on learner, then for me, just looking at something like that would immediately dispel any of my questions because I could see it in front of me. Yeah.
Good point. I really don't know the answer to that question. I think that you'd need to contact student services at ACAP and see if they've got an example of an essay.
Yeah, it was just, I suppose, just a thought I had just then that there's student on the online where you can go and look at how to do, say, a review or an essay, but to actually, with each subject, give an example would, in my mind, be a helpful tool.
It would be a very helpful tool, I agree. But I don't know whether there's a standardized method of writing an assignment that would be available to you.
Mm.
I just don't know. You need to contact student services, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Georgie, do you have any more questions?
No, I think I'm good now. I've really
good.
enjoyed everyone and everyone's ideas and questions have been really helpful for me too. So thank you.
Thank you.
It's good when there's interaction in these Zoom sessions, when all students interact with each other. Melissa, do you have any?
Yep. No, nothing. No, I'm feeling pretty good.
You're on screen.
Yeah, I know. I must have just started talking. Yeah, no, if there is anything else, I can email. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good. Just trying to work out where to find stuff now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like where to look for media articles and media reports?
So what? Yeah, I picked which topic I'm going to do, but yeah, just have to work out what I'm looking for now.
So how do you normally get your news?
Well, like I said, like it's through like mainly Facebook and stuff. But now that there's a specific topic I need to look at, I have to actually find where that is, because when you actually need to look for it, you can't find it. But when you're not thinking about it, it's probably everywhere. But
yeah. So what topic have you chosen?
The social world of young people.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There should be a lot on that.
Yeah, I reckon there would be. So
I remember when I last taught this unit, one of the students who did the social world of young people talked about the end of year schoolies.
Okay.
The schoolies parties that happen on that, how all the students go up to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
The Sunshine Coast and have their schoolies week.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that was a really interesting topic for a student to cover. And they looked at the advertising for it as well.
Okay.
So the advertisements for it could be part of the media report.
Yeah. Okay.
And also just the way that the media covered the students' schoolies week was interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ian, you're on.
No, I don't have anything to say. I'm not sure why I was triggered there.
Okay. Anyone else have questions or comments? It's been really interesting, this Zoom session. I've appreciated all your input. And I encourage you to contact me or contact your classmates through the internet, through the discussion forum. Mia, do you have anything more?
Yeah, I do. You can probably. I'm trying to work out the online forum discussion.
Right.
You said to critically evaluate it.
That's right.
And I'm trying to look for the words critically evaluate on page 13. But what I'm finding is a peer review commentary. So
it is a peer review commentary, yeah.
Yeah, so it's we just evaluate, or is it? Do we say what was good about it and what we learned from it? I guess that is a peer. Yeah, what was good and what you learned. Yeah, okay.
That's right, Mia.
Yeah,
it's on page 15. A bit more of a specific thing, I think.
Yeah,
it says specifically students should provide commentary on. Yeah, look, if you just go below where you're at now on the end of page 15, I think you might find it's a bit more specific.
Page 15. I've only got a table there of the summary.
Oh. Yeah, I'll copy it into the...
Will you?
There you go. Hold on. Here we go.
Thank you, Ali. You've put that on the Zoom group chat.
Yeah. So I don't
Thank
know if my
you.
computer, that was on page 15 in the document that my computer
Yeah.
pulled up.
Great.
How do we get that? How do we get it? How do we get it?
It might, no, it's definitely 15. It's just
Yeah, no,
above
I've
the
got it on
table. It's sort of like
15
the
as well.
last, it's the last paragraph before the marking criteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Ali.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Really? Okay. Page 15.
Yeah.
Can everyone see that on this Zoom here now? Like, why can't I see it?
You can't see the chat. Is that what you're saying?
I can see Zoom group chat. Oh, you've
If-
just copied and pasted it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, got it. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
I think it's funny that I didn't even think to do that. Copy and paste. It's very clever.
Oh, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Ali. That was great.
Okay.
Mia, does that answer your question?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good now. Thank you.
Great,
Thank you.
great.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going with the first assignment, Mia?
Yeah, it'll be submitted on the weekend.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah,
Great.
it has to because I'm leaving on the weekend.
Oh,
So-
gosh.
So I've got a bit on.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long will you be away for, Mia?
4 weeks.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm going to have to try and get the other 2 done while I'm overseas. But anyway, I'll get it done.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, it's been a really good Zoom session tonight. I've appreciated all your input.
Thank you too, Tess. It's really good timing for the assignment.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I've got another Zoom session next week for the assignment, which I think he's cutting it a bit fine. I think you need to get onto it now.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, well, we may as well finish up tonight if no one's got any more questions or comments.
Thank you. Thanks, Tess.
It's been great. Thank you.
Tess. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
See ya.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Mia.
Bye.
Bye, Mia.
Okay.